Welcome to Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. And today we're taking a break from the Fender Made in Mexico Stratocaster. We are going back to the Punisher parts caster that I built, my first guitar build. And we're going to finish it up today. I did do the fretwork off camera because there was a lot of it to do. I will go over what I did when we get to the bench. And all that's left to do now is another fret polish because I had to do a little bit more work. This guitar definitely took a beating from the winter, but it is in top-notch playing shape now. So please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and tell me what you think at the end of the video. Let's get this over to the bench, get it finished, and demo the guitar. All right, so we're going to need to loosen the strings, pull them back. Still getting used to my own new setup here. The string height is set at 1.65, 1.75 on this guitar. I need some gloves. Loosen those first two strings up, and we'll just do the rest. Tighten that one up a little bit. And there we go. Ready to rock and roll. Next thing we need is a 25.5 fret protector from Music Nomad. And there I go, knocking into the camera. Still getting used to this setup, guys, so bear with me. It's a little more organized, but this still takes getting used to. All right, there we go. And let me get my other glasses here because that works better than these. And get a glove up because this is a light fretboard. I probably should have stained this neck, but when I built this, I was sitting in a recliner. My chest had been cracked open, about a month and a week or two earlier. And I'd had my heart transplant, and I was building this guitar, so I really wasn't able to do that. And then it kind of went to the wayside. And we're going to take this from 600 to, or sorry, 400 to 600 to 800 to 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, and then 3,000 grit sandpaper. And I'm just going to show you my process here. And then I'll go off camera and finish it up because I don't want to waste a ton of time showing you something I've shown you a bunch of times before. And if this is your first time, this is how you do it. The fret protector itself for Music Nomad is $50 and well worth it because you will use a whole lot less blue tape. And this is a lot easier than taping that board up. You saw how quick I put it on. We want to make sure we've got no grittiness when we have this fret polish done, because we want a nice smooth playability when we're doing bends. I actually did just get some news today. I was talking to RJ, and he's got a friend with a youngster that wants to start playing guitar, and he got his son a guitar, and it's a little jacked. So between the two of us, we have a bunch of extra parts that we're not going to use on our own guitars. They're pull-offs from other guitars that we've modified. He's going to throw some 18-to-1 tuners in the box, and he's going to send me the body, the neck, the guitar the way it is, and we're going to revamp this guitar. The dad is paying for the shipping, and then we're just going to donate our time and use the footage for our channels of the build and get somebody started in the music, into playing guitar. So he'll ship it to me, I'll ship it back to him, and he'll present the guitar to his buddy and his kid. So trying to do a little philanthropy with the channels. As you guys may have seen before, I just got done doing the veterans build raffle and then purchasing the new PA system for the veterans group. Now that does benefit me a little bit for now, but it'll last long after I'm moved out of the area. So, because those guys play out, and I've joined them, and I'll be with them for about a year and a half or so from when I started with them. And I might come up for an occasional gig, I'm moving in another year. But at the same time, it's helping a lot of guys enjoy themselves with music and, forget about things of the past. even if it's for a little bit of time. And then, of course, I've been working on the Fender Chender parts caster, which turned out to be a real made in Mexico Fender, which you'll find out in the whole thing in the next video. And I've actually got some new parts for it right here. I'll show you guys real quick. So the Fenders, they're not branded Fender saddles, but these are Music Lily, and there's been some really good reviews for the made in Mexico Fenders for these as replacements because the Fender ones are kind of junky. And I had one strip out. This one right here, actually. And I cannot get a screw to fit it. And I was trying to intonate the guitar and it just popped free. And I said, oh, got to order some parts. So, and that guitar's got a Gilmore mod built right into it. And that was actually from the factory, from what I've been told from a couple of guys that I had asked. So that's really cool that it's an actual Fender. Even if it is a made in Mexico piecemealed guitar, because it's got all different parts from the Fender factories. But that'll be the next video after this one, finishing that up. Because I got the saddles today. So if I get to it tonight, I'll get to it tonight. And then if I don't get to it tonight, that'll be the next thing I do later this week. Sorry about the background noise, guys. It's my screwdrivers and stuff moving around on the table. I didn't want the stuff banging against the wall, bothering the neighbors. It's finally up to the par that I wanted when I first built it. But, when I first built this, I was just starting with my very first build. Not bad for my very first build. And all these parts originally were from Temu, but the neck, I think I actually ended up getting the neck. Either Temu or Amazon, I can't remember now. But it actually is for a Fender because it actually even has the Fender Allen key. So it's a good thing that I just purchased this American guitar toolkit on Temu for the Gibsons and the Fenders. Because this guy right here was the one I needed. I had some Allen keys, but not good like those. With a nice handle on it. That worked out great. I know I've got all the parts and the paint for the Metallica guitar. I'm going to ride the Lightning guitar I'm going to do. Since I rode the Lightning about 8 times to continue to live and breathe as I do. Just making sure these are good to go. But these were, like I said before, I was going to explain, these frets were beat up, man. Beat up after the winter in my other apartment. They were, that's shut. They were right underneath the heating vent and near the window. And I guess the two really did the damage on a couple of these guitars on the necks. And this one needed all kinds of work. You'll notice I played the heck out of this guitar. We're going to clean that real quick. Because I had to do these frets more than once and adjust the truss rod. So we're going to spray and clean this. You can tell my favorite spot on the neck here. These stains on this are permanent. They're not coming out unless I sand and dye this neck. Put some feed and wax back on it. But it's not about 100% looks. It's about playability. I did also file the nut a little bit on this because the nut was just a little too high. All right, so let me tune this up. It's intonated, but we'll double check it. And then I'll come back and do a demo. So that's something I'm working on. And that's with my clean, which is my pedals set the way I like them for my semi-clean. But let's do completely clean. That's actually position 2. Bridge. Middle. Position 4. bridge pickup up a little bit more. I mean, I set it to the spec it's supposed to be, but I think it's got to come up. In fact, I even think my middle's got to come up. My neck is good, but I think they both got to come up a little because I just don't have enough drive in that pickup. So let me go do that and I'll be right back. All right, so that's adjusted. Let's try it again. Much brighter. There we go, much more even. So I'm going to use my M-Wave, which is a brand new pedal, and we're going to throw a beat to this, and we are going to do the song that I've been working on. So, thanks for watching Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. I think this baby is ready to rock. So, we will see you in the next one, and rock on.